Turn that up. I am forgetting that every single time. It's okay, though.
You're tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Kaufmann. Now, let the buzz begin!
Louie. Love this sound.
Love how young he still
I
looks
just hear that so much.
now in the intro.
This is pretty much. Hi everybody. Welcome to AfterBuzzTV.com for the Louie After Show. Wow. We're gonna get a lot of that tonight. I'm your host, Steve Kaufmann. Yes, thank you. And this is, I mentioned, the AfterBuzz TV Louie After Show. If you're listening to my voice on the iTunes, thank you so much. Be sure to like us, rate us, subscribe to us. He's not going to stop. If you're listening to us on SoundCloud, do the same thing. If you're watching us on AfterBuzzTV.com live right now, we're going to check the chat roll. Just have a look. See what you're saying. If you want to tweet at us at any point, be sure to tweet at me at Steve Kaufmann, Kaufmann, hashtag ABTV Louie. And you can also tweet at Jared to my left.
Yes, I'm Jared Gilkerson. Happy to be on the program tonight. You can find me on Twitter at Gilkerson Radio, and it's great being here. It's another great episode.
Yeah. So I think what we do is we just have them hashtag ABTV Louie, and then we just wait. Right?
You want to yell at her? Should we yell at him?
Yeah, your mic's hot.
Hey, in the booth, your mic's hot.
There we go.
Yeah,
I don't believe you.
Our engineer's mic was hot. That's good. We're all real here.
His mic was hot. I was about to write it down and be really,
discreet.
really kind. Nope. Hey, you want to yell at the you want to yell at the engineer?
Let's save it for the second half of the show.
Okay,
we'll bring it back. Call back. We'll have a call
We'll
back.
do it live. The first topic I have on the board is just poop.
Yeah, that's the first asterisk. Poop. Let's discuss it.
Runny kind.
Do you have the same phobia as Louie?
It's not a phobia. Who wants to?
That's true. No one wants to actually go to the bathroom in public unless it's like a really nice, I guess, hotel or something. It could be almost better than your own restaurant. No, can't be better than your bathroom ever.
No other any place that doesn't have a shower attached that I could then get into.
Do you have
if
a bidet?
I needed to.
Do you have a bidet?
No, I just have a shower.
Okay.
And that's.
I thought you meant attached to your toilet in some kind of awesome new thing.
No, but like if it's your bathroom, not a restroom, a bathroom that has.
Yeah. Because you might have to jump in the shower immediately afterwards.
Might have to. I like to know I can jump into the shower. Yeah. Also, Louie has had a bit in his stand-up called the poop radius.
Yeah, that is true.
That I've heard a lot, and he actually has a very logical reason for why he doesn't like to do this in public, specifically when he's out with his daughters, which is where if he runs into the store of that dude of the drugstore, where's the kids gonna go? Like you can't just leave them out in public, so they have to be in the stall with you, watching you go, going, Daddy, why are we here? It's like, well, that's what happens when you want to go to the zoo.
Yeah.
You're out of the parameter where I can make it home safely.
Yeah, nowhere to go. And, well, his one daughter, I guess, is kind of old now. I don't know what she is, maybe 14 or something. But, yeah, they would have to embarrassingly be in the stall with him, which kind of, if you don't mind, I love to say one of my favorite lines from this episode. It's from the store owner or the cashier, your little white bitch. And like we talked earlier before the show, Louis is in a predicament. Does he want to get into this? While he has to take a poop?
There was this tiny piece of acting that was just beautiful where Louis not the kind of guy who would just take that, especially when you're talking about his daughter. Like he'd more or less take that for himself. Like if somebody like insulted him, he'd be more likely to let it roll off. If somebody insults his daughter, like, and there's that moment of just like, I really want to tear this guy a new one for disrespecting my daughter, but like I also really have to poop.
What's more important?
Yeah,
and it's his bowels.
And then they ask a policeman.
Yeah,
the policeman's like, I can't help you.
Well, that whole scene was, and that's when it took the turn to the brilliant scene, which I'm sure you're going to jump into, which was like he was just dying and in a war, and his youngest daughter, who's Jane.
Yes.
Played
by Ursula Parker.
She's great.
Yeah.
And every episode, she does something to surprise me every time. But that was just a great bit of acting there. It's like, okay, just pretend I'm dying and I'm never coming back. But I actually just have to take poop. And it was a great, like, it was an epic scene.
Yeah, very just nice and tight. Like if he just had if FX never gave him a deal and he just had a YouTube channel where he did stuff like this, that would be like a 4-minute thing that would get a couple million the next morning. Like it would go viral. It would just be this really funny short clip that he was just like, I just felt like doing this.
That reminds me, do you remember his viral video well before he had this show or Lucky Louie? It was the one where he stole the kid's ice cream cone and then ran to a helicopter and got away.
I don't. This sounds awesome.
Look it up on YouTube if you're watching this now on YouTube. Just go and search it after you're done watching the show, of course. But it's Louis C.K. If you just search ice cream helicopter, he literally rented a helicopter for like a few hours for this shoot.
That's awesome.
And all he does is just run up to a kid, steals ice cream, and run into a helicopter. It's waiting for him and leaves. But it's great. It's
That's amazing.
It was like 30 seconds. It was great. This was like maybe 7 years ago or something. So
that's incredible.
Yeah,
How have I missed?
Video. Well, there's a lot of things.
I guess I wasn't on the internet as much as I am now 7 years ago.
Yeah. So check it out there.
Yes.
It's a great viral video. But that was a great opening scene. I love it. I have to poop, and I'm with my daughters. I love how he throws away the groceries. Like the groceries don't matter anymore. Nothing matters. Oh, yeah, like nothing. You can call
he handed like $60 to the checkout and like didn't even scan all his food.
Yeah. But I want to know what happened. Like I guess that's the beauty, not knowing what happened.
It's not
like,
important.
Yeah, it's not important at all.
Well, because that's another thing about this show. Like this show, especially like early in the seasons. We're in season 5, but like seasons like 1 through 3, there was hardly any context or continuity to episode. Which like only recently has he had people return in the same capacity, which I find it fun only because we haven't for so long.
Yeah. That
at any point he could just drop.
Yeah.
At any point he could, like, Pamela could be a brand new person if he felt like it.
Yeah.
I'm happy she isn't, and we'll get there. But
yeah.
And then we get our awesome opening, him walking, like obviously him walking to a pizza place and then walking to a comedy club. He's in a comedy club. He just got off stage, and Mickey, who I guess is the booker, asked him to do an open mic. Which, if you're Louis, you don't want to do an open mic. Like that's not fun to someone with that many years in.
Unless you get $400.
Well, no, I mean 500. I mean 400.
I mean 4. I mean okay, 4. Well, now the 5's not fun anymore.
Well, yeah. Now I feel bad. Like you destroyed the 500 for me. There's
actually a really funny story I heard. Louis C.K. was just on the Opie and Jimmy show, formerly Opie and Anthony, and he just told a funny story that he was, I guess this is true. He told on there, so there's no alleged. He was actually, when he agreed to do this season, he wanted to take more time off.
Yeah.
But there's a story where he said he got high. He doesn't do it that much.
Oh, I saw this.
Did you hear about it? And he said he got high and he came up with all these great ideas. And one of them was some kind of long form version of him hosting open mics and becoming this like multiple episodes. And he looked at it the next day apparently and was like, "This sucks. This is terrible." But I've already agreed with FX that I'm coming back soon. So he actually tried to get it. He's like, "Could we do like a half season?" And then they agreed. But it's hilarious because he woke up and looked at his own stuff and just called it complete crap.
I've been told the biggest fear of a writer while they're up late writing is that if they die while they're sleeping, that people while they're dead will think whatever they wrote was good, or what they think that they thought it was good.
Yeah.
That same kind of thing.
They'll be known for like some last terrible bit.
You're just like, God, like he had a great career, but did you see that last thing he wrote that was there on his tape? Oh, he had a high pitched voice. It was so silly.
Yeah.
So Matchy pays him $400. You can't put 2 girls in a row.
I love it.
You cannot put 2 girls in a row. Up first was Mike Bacatti. I hope I pronounced
Buschetti.
Buschetti, thank you, because he followed me back on Twitter, so I should get his name right. Buschetti.
Another guy who's I've heard a lot on the radio.
Yeah,
I listen to a lot of radio, and he's done a lot of just ridiculous stuff on Anthony Cumia show or Opie and Jimmy. He's ridiculous, but he's great. And I love how he finally got a little bit of recognition.
Oh yeah.
Whatever that was, 5 seconds with just a bad joke.
Also, Stephen Wright was the MC of the comic strip, the club they were at.
Yeah.
Stephen Wright is just like because you look at his IMDb and like the top credit is like Reservoir Dogs. You'd be like, oh yeah, he was the DJ in Reservoir Dogs. Like that became an album they released that a bunch of people bought, and he was awesome. Louie, they do a lottery. We didn't get to meet each other formally. Are you in the comedy world at all?
Me?
Yeah. Like,
I love comedy.
Okay.
And I listen to a lot of comedians on like just talk about their actual, real lives, and I go every now and then. Yeah.
Okay. So you like go up and do open mics, or you're just involved?
I did. I tried it
Okay.
years ago. You can watch my failings on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
You.
Yes. That's what the crowd didn't sound like at all.
That's
Wow.
Well, everyone thinks
He's on top of it
Well,
back there
everyone's so
tonight.
self-centered enough to think that like when they go up on stage and do something, that they're gonna get a reaction.
Yeah.
Which is the first thing as a young performer you have to understand is like you have to earn that like for someone to boo you, you have to be bad enough for them to boo you. Like if you come out and you're just mediocre all around,
Yeah.
no one can like.
Yeah,
Literally, no one cares.
You'd almost rather get heckled than hear
Yeah, you'd
silence.
rather get heckled or rather get booed because at least you know you headed in a direction you shouldn't head, and then you could head the other way.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that should.
and you run into a lot of that in open mic where you just hear dead air, like a joke just doesn't land at all.
Much like Bart folding.
Oh, Bart folding. Let's get into Bart folding. I found his act very funny, but there was context. The context was that it was off. I was watching a show of a guy doing a bad act,
Yeah.
so I thought it was hysterical. Like every joke hit for me,
Yeah. I agree. I was laughing while we were watching.
and like I've seen fairly skilled like comedians go up and do acts like that to the right room because they know that room will just come along for the ride of just like, oh, this is gonna be funny. But me doing a bad actor, I've seen somebody go on a show and live tweet all their jokes. So essentially they just like stood there on stage with dead air
Yeah.
and then had everyone pull out their phones and keep like follow him and then keep refreshing.
Yeah.
And then you'd hear just like this random smattering of
Yeah. Gotta have the right room.
you gotta
And-
you gotta have good broadband connection.
I like-
You have to have Wi-Fi for that joke to work.
Yeah. I love how Louis was. Like, I love how he's just pulling this stuff from his real life, and that guys get like open micers come
man.
up to him and he finally gets in an episode of his own show, finally gets to just put one of them in his place. But as we learn later, it fires back.
But it's not a matter of putting them in their place. He
Just saying.
But it's like it would be the equivalent to I don't know the name of a good scientist because I'm a product of public school.
Albert Einstein.
But like an alive one. But let's say Albert Einstein. Let's say I was also a physicist at the same time. But I was a
Michio Kaku.
You could have made that up.
No, I didn't.
But let's say I was a physicist at the time of Albert Einstein, and I like sought him out and gave him a paper, and it was like gibberish. I don't think Albert Einstein would have the time to explain to me that this is gibberish. You're approaching this field incorrectly, and I don't even like I don't even know from where you are currently if you can ever make it to even an acceptable level.
Yeah.
Like that's where Louis came from, where it's like I just don't think you can do this.
Just do a funny voice and just be done with it.
Yeah, like do it. Try a funny voice.
Yeah. As soon as he said that, I started replaying the act in my head. I'm like, this is gonna work. Like that's totally going to work.
that is weird. Like, because it like the kid had the right idea. Because comedy does come a lot from like honesty, and there's something funny about like a kid wetting the bed.
Yeah.
Like that isn't not
Of
funny.
course.
That isn't not funny. That's
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah. Or an adult.
But just the
whoever.
the delivery. It's all about the delivery, and for him to just change nothing about the act and have a squeaky voice, that's kind of hysterical.
Yeah.
Also, and wind up on Jimmy Fallon in a week.
Yeah.
Did someone cancel?
Did
Did this guy tear up the clubs in a week with the same act?
I just love how Louis in his show is, kind of just a mediocre comedian,
Mm-hmm.
with his kids, and he's divorced, and he's kind of just trudging through life. And I love how he just gives this nobody upstart some garbage advice, and it's just gonna turn their life around forever. Now they're on Fallon, and
Yes.
it's just sinking more into depression in further episodes.
And Nathan Fernald, the gentleman who played Bart, that's his first credit on IMDb.
Oh,
So
congrats!
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit, Nathan. As long as you use a silly voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Or he thanks you.
Someone's thanking someone.
What did you think about all the whole Pamela thing because that was half the episode. I mean,
that was the bulk of the episode here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, just her jumping right back in. They kind of just went right back in, like, oh, they're still a thing, I guess.
Well, because they were never not a thing. Like,
yeah, I guess.
There was never a level of finality to them, and as I said, like the show doesn't really want to play that. The show doesn't really want to play that fast and loose, unless they're making a point of it. Like last season, they made a point of connecting everything, whereas I think we're probably back to just disjointed. This is where they are now. Honestly, I don't like how she challenges him, but like he obviously feels how he feels, but like she challenges him and like negs him, if you will, to in a way I wouldn't enjoy, and I can't see how he does.
Well, I mean, this is when the show gets really real.
Yeah.
But I actually really like her character.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they've done this kind of dialogue before. Like it's been done. But I guess that's kind of life. But you have to kind of at least kind of bump it up for the show.
Yeah.
But she's leading him on and then knocking him down. But that's her job because he's like the straight man, just straight going for it, and she's like kind of the wild girl. But as soon as he gets on stage, she's like, "Oh yeah, this is why I like him." That's the only time he's in control in the relationship.
Yeah.
When he's at it, like when he's doing his profession. So that's how he keeps her, obviously. But I love the line about how in 2 years they're both just going to be just awful looking people.
So we should enjoy.
Yeah.
We should enjoy it while we have it.
Yeah. And the movie theater scene was great too.
Oh, I enjoyed
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the It wasn't an Olive Garden, the old timey Italian restaurant. I enjoyed that scene a lot because it got real on both ends. Because he clearly wants to be all in.
But he's done this before. He said this to her almost every episode. I think this comes up.
Like, I don't know, but at a certain point, if he wants to be all in and she doesn't, someone's gonna get hurt, and it's probably not gonna be her.
I don't know if that show is ever going to go long enough to hit that point. And I don't know if he wants it to. Maybe he will.
Like
it might just be like the ongoing thing for a while. And just kind of the show just ends. It seems like something he would do. Just kind of okay, that's how life is.
Well, and that's happened before where he'll just find someone else and then stop hanging out with her.
Like the last season when he got heavily involved with I forget where she was from.
His neighbor's.
Yeah.
His neighbor's daughter.
Yeah.
Granddaughter.
But their dialogue is so good together. I think that's never gonna get to a weird place. But I guess it could.
Yeah.
I guess it could because that's how it really, really goes.
This chick is from Hungary.
Hungary.
Oh, thank you, God.
That is God. That is God joining us.
Oh wow.
We
Someone
lost him. Did we lose God so quick?
Wow.
Man.
But then she drops the name of the episode. Why don't we just date a la carte? These scenes like give me a little bit of anxiety because it's almost so real where you're having these real conversations. I'm like, this is getting too real. Like I was just laughing at him having to take a crap on the side of the road, and now 5 minutes later, I can't deal with this real relationship stuff. Stop. And I'm like, I mean, I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it's written really well, but it gets me. I'm like too invested in these people. I don't want to do it. That's just my attitude.
No, I'm invested in these people, and I want to see them both like have. And I think it might be I'm in this place where I think everything will turn out okay for everyone.
Yeah, I kind of don't want it to.
Relationships, but like I don't like you don't want it to because then there's less to watch. Like there's less interesting stuff to watch, but you still want to root for that character to just like no, I want him to meet somebody he just loves and gets to spend the rest of his life with, and everything. Like obviously isn't going to be perfect, but everything is better than it is now, where he wants to be all in with someone and feels that way about someone, and they're never going to feel that way about him.
See, this is the brilliance of the show.
Yeah.
The fact that we can start where we did and then kind of get to where we are now.
We can start to like a pretty on the surface poop joke, like a pretty well done poop joke. Yeah. And then end on like what is love? What are relationships? What is happiness?
And in his WTF moment in the bed, just seeing like how his career is so mediocre.
Yeah.
Just like that last moment of, oh my God, this kid is already light years ahead of me. This sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks, but she's here. So this
what
does
but
this
she's
mean?
here, and like that's, I'm okay with that now.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's I don't know. I would love to see Pamela keep coming back, but I think she's just gonna keep hurting him, and he's gonna keep letting her.
Sure. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I like when she hurts him.
Yeah.
I like it. I enjoy it because she's more real than him, I think. He's in this fairy tale, I think, kind of land. And I think she's more real of a character. I think she's verbalizing things that a lot of people don't. and he's verbalizing things that too many people do. You know what I mean? It's almost like he's kind of just going through the motions, and she's kind of just, hey, I need to knock you back down because we're having fun. But, you know.
Yeah. And maybe that says a lot about me, and like that's the thing about this episode, and the way or this show and the way it's written is that people can interpret it different ways, and that's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place.
Final thoughts. Oh yeah, I'd love to hear. There were so many good quotes in the show.
Yes.
So if you're watching us on YouTube or you want to tweet us, I would love to just see what everyone's favorite kind of line was. And I don't know if you had one. I know we kind of went over one earlier, but I like the "put your dick away and let's go eat." And that was maybe the line of the day. Did you have one?
I think "I'm not funny?" ? The way it was delivered.
Yeah.
Just someone went up there and did an entire set and got conceivably no reaction. Not even no laughs, no reaction.
Yeah.
And then gets Louis C.K. to critique him, and then can still just stone face. I'm not funny.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, but I'm not funny.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know, I just enjoyed
He's like,
that.
see you later. Good
Yeah,
luck.
like so. That was an amazing delivery of the line.
Agreed.
And yeah,
Wrap her up.
wrap her up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared, where can the people find you?
Well, they could find me on Twitter at Gilkerson Radio. That's me, Jared Gilkerson. And tweet at me.
Yeah, and you guys can also find me on the Twitter at Steve Kaufmann, Kaufmann. I'm on a lot of shows here at AfterBuzz TV. I tweet about them regularly, so follow me and I'll let you know.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Where's that laugh track? Come on, we're funnier than that.
Well, we got a reaction.
Thank you. We are funny. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.